Hi, my dear subscribers of 0.5% who visit my channel. What does it mean? I don't know at all. Anyway, I'll keep on making videos for my YouTube channel, because that is very useful for me to practice English. Today, I'll get you to see Jonanjima Seaside Park, but it is nothing special for people who don't live near the site. That is to say, if you were a man living near there and could go there to take a walk, it could be better spot. But I don't think that it is nice place to be gone and seen with bother to take your car or get on a public transport. I recommend you to go to take Shiba Pier, about which I had made a video, because it is located near JR Hamamatsucho station and offers you easy access, and there are more shops and commercial facilities. I shouldn't have said it in advance. Who wants to see ahead of this footage? The place which I shot with telephoto lenses is a site in which a boat race arena lies named Hiwahima, and there are some commercial facilities. Those are a center point between the JR Omori station and here. From there to the destination of the Jonanjima Seaside Park you can't find any shops but just depositories and a few convenience stores. Even if you find a convenience store 2 blocks ahead of you, only a block is bigger than that in a city for bigger depositories. That's one of reasons I don't recommend you to come here without a private car or if you aren't a person who loves walking. I made a mistake again. I shouldn't have said such a thing in advance. I recommend you to come here. It's a nice place not to use money because there are no commercial facilities. I didn't refer about bus going for Jonanjima Seaside Park from the railway station despite there is the bus, because it could be difficult especially for foreigners, because you would be bothered with thinking where you are supposed to get out of a bus, as if often the case with riding the bus, if you cleared the problem which bus you should ride on at first. However, I recommend you get on a bus on the return path, because the bus is the transport which takes you to the nearest railway station in Japan. Actually, we used a bus on our return path, of which fare is simple 200 yen for an adult and half of it for a child, as all buses running in the Tokyo metropolis ask the passengers the same fare as 200 yen. I knew that there was a notice to be drawn an arrow to the bus stop near the park, and we actually went to the direction to which the arrow indicated, getting on a bus. You should know that there is only a bus an hour around noon, that is, you have to wait for a bus for an hour if you are out of good timing, but 3 through 4 buses are there from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for workers in nearby warehouses. As you can infer from my reference to the bus, I don't own a car since I came back from Laos 5 years ago. Nowadays, the number of Japanese who don't own their cars are increasing, because they don't think they need a car in city life, or some people have ecological reasons that they don't want to emit carbonic anhydride. Of course some don't afford a car. However, my reason doesn't apply to any of them. Why I don't own a car is that I want to make myself light enough to be able to move abroad anytime as fast as possible. Though my plan was blocked with COVID-19 and a fight in court to divorce these days. The topic of divorce makes me sorry, so I will change to another topic. As you can see, there are blocked wide spaces built into bigger warehouses, that could make you sense that there was on the sea, making ground from the disposal. You can also see it from the existence of the station named Omori Beach despite there not being a beach. Japan seems to keep on making ground from the disposal, filling all of the Pacific Ocean in the future. The USA or Australia may become a neighbor country to Japan on land. If so, where does the water go? There is pier named Hinode for container ships. I want to go there someday. Seeing taking in and out containers could be fun, but I don't think that there is a nice location to watch it. What you can see may be notices written keep out. Now, we may be in the middle point between the station and the destination as the Jonanjima Seaside Park. It was longer way than I expected on Google Map, as I estimated it as only 3 kilometers, but seeing that we have walked 3 kilometers already, it will be 3 kilometers again up to the destination. That is, the total length is 6 kilometers as my renewal estimation. The view around here is Samy, which could bore you and make you tired of walking. Actually I felt tired more than tired of the 15 kilometers hike I did in the previous clip, though there are no bears and venom snakes here. The camcorder I am using now is a Canon made in 2012, of which the stabilizer is worse than GoPro 9, and also its picture is worse. However, I use it only because of a custom as videoing is by Videocam. But, the time I can't stand the quality of the pictures has come. Indeed that of the GoPro 9 is much better if you don't see the point that GoPro makes the perimeter of the picture curl up with a wide lens. I have to think of an alternative instead of the camcorder. Because I don't have any complaints of the GoPro 9 but a deficit that doesn't have telescopic lenses, Contrary to that, the camcorder has them up to 32 times. Then a power shot zoom made by the same company as Canon is catching my eyes now. The combination of power shot zoom and GoPro could be best, couldn't it? By the way, though the camcorder has become out of date as a gadget to shoot sceneries, the camcorder had odd functions, such as cinema mode and retro mode. I had forgotten the existence of those functions until I checked out functions again these days for nostalgia. How many people videoed with such a function? I used the cinema mode once on coming back home to buy one, but soon I changed it into the normal setting. I want to shoot cities at night on the camcorder in vivid mode before it breaks. Advertisements burning out with neons in the city can be shot more oddly and beautifully with the function of vivid mode. Here we are. Jonanjima Seaside Park. It was a journey of about 6 kilometers from the JR Omori station. Strange thing is that my 9-year-old kid doesn't look tired. She has experienced a 15 kilometers walk before, as you can see in the previous clip. It was me that was more tired of the two, getting to think that we had to get on a bus to return to the station. After this, I often used telescopic lenses in the camcorder to shoot ships, planes, and far scenery, and I felt strongly that I needed not only GoPro but also other gadgets which can shoot far scenery. However, I am not a video freak to take a tripod to keep stabilization of pictures shot with telescopic lenses. This thought made me think again that a GoPro can be enough for me. I looked up the manual of the GoPro after I referred to the pictures which are distorted with the GoPro, but I saw that there is a setting on linear at first since I bought it about 1 year ago, ha ha ha. But, I saw its demerit, if the setting on, making pictures narrower, so I ordered a max lens on the GoPro site. I wondered if I should get a media mod, which can make sound recording better and offers you a terminal for an outer microphone, but I gave up the intention to get one after checking its sound in some clips on YouTube, and because it isn't better sound for making ugly bigger shape and inconvenient to put a battery in and out. Anyway, I will shoot street views with GoPro 9 with the max lens making wider pictures in succession, and I put narrations by David as a synthesized voice in them after videoing. I recommend you that way on making videos, because it is easy above all. Secondly, you don't have to be confused by thinking what to do say timely on videoing. However, if you are a fluent talkative man, it can be easier to add narration timely on shooting pictures. I want to become such a person. As you see, far pictures videoed with telescopic lenses are shaken, even if those were shot with brand new camcorder, the shaking could not be well stabilized. A power shot zoom made by Canon doesn't have a screwed flange for a tripod. I have been checking pictures with the zoom, on YouTube these days, but the pictures haven't convinced me to get it. What I could see is that it is difficult to stabilize pictures with telescopic lenses, much less without a tripod. Moreover, shooting far scenery makes the gap between a camera and the scenery wider, that is, layers of air are increased more, making pictures worse, even if the pictures can be stabilized. Then, I came to the conclusion that you should approach the scenery to shoot it as near as possible if you want to shoot it better, or if you can't approach it, you had better give it up. There are sea and sky which make me blocked approaching the objects. Then, those scenes became common boring pictures as amateurs do. This monotony must be avoided, and I wish I can relieve the monotony by my narration. That's my ideal. I had seen the same scene of a running wing ship from the direction of Yokohama to Odaiba in other clips made by others, which looked to be shot from the same place that I shot this scene, that is to say, people can think the same at the same spot doing the same. You should avoid Samy actions others do, if you want to lie in the first group of any category. So, I am standing in the last group, ha ha ha. But, not a lot of people come here on foot, by that meaning, I may be standing in an odd group, if not in the first group. There is a longer distance to Haneda Airport from here than I estimated on the Google map. I definitely say that Sakurano-Yama Park located near Narita Airport is a better spot to watch planes because of the nearest location to a runway. There is another park near here as you can see on the Google map, of which name is Jonanjima Seaside Park. David could not pronounce it correctly. Jonanjima Seaside Park looks to be located nearer the airport. If you want to see planes taking off and landing, it might be better. This footage is about to end. I add an ending BGM as usual, but I want to fill my narration in the whole of my clip. Moreover, I want to fade it out even if you wonder what I say. Once I had ended a footage fading out my narration. I can do it because I don't say important things, ha ha ha, much less there are not lots of people who watch by the end. You must watch my videos to the end, because I sometimes notice that you could get $1 million if you sent a blank email to me. I did so 100 times, but nobody sent me an email, and anybody lost the probability to get $1 million.